not right to refuse a mask. See how it goes. Stop for a second. I'm live. Good, thank you.
COVID questions. Do you experiencing any COVID symptoms?
No, not at
I
all.
don't answer questions.
If you want to go into the courthouse, you need a mask and you have to answer the questions.
Is that like a law?
Do you want to go talk to the deputies? Because they can come out and talk to you. Hold on. He didn't answer any questions and he doesn't want to wear a mask.
Yes, sir. Is that like a law?
Agree with them?
It's just a request, sir. We can nicely refuse. This is a government building. Call your supervisor.
Any COVID symptoms? Have you been around anybody with COVID? Waiting for test results?
And what's your name? What's your name? Look, come over here. Talk to me over here. I'm not. Don't talk to me like We're being nice, okay? So we can nicely refuse. Sir, I'm gonna stand right here so I don't impede the traffic. So you cannot tell us to leave. This is public area. Well, you can say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean you're right. We'll wait for your supervisor because this is only a request. Before you make any wrong decisions, sir, I encourage you to wait for your supervisor.
She's coming out right now. Can you step outside now?
Okay, she's here.
Yeah, we're gonna step
She's here.
outside.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk outside.
Yeah, go
We'll
ahead.
talk to her.
Go outside.
Yeah, can you step
Outside.
outside and I'll talk to you there?
Wow.
Because we have requirements, step outside.
Is that like a law?
Step
it's just
outside
a-
and I will talk to you there.
I'll talk to you outside, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll talk to you
I'll
outside.
talk to you.
After you, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, what's your name?
Right here.
Right here. That's how you would tell the judge?
That's how I would tell you.
Yeah, no, that's how you tell me? I want to know what his name is.
You want to sit down here with me, Sarge?
I want to know what your name is.
No,
I want to know what your name is. Yes, stay right here with us.
Come on.
Loser. What's up with this?
What's up?
Is he having a bad
What's up
day
with
today?
What's up with this? What's the deal with you guys?
No, what do you mean?
Well, what's up with kicking me out for not wearing a mask? Since when are you guys the bosses? Since when do you guys run the show?
Listen, you seem pretty elevated.
I am, because you're telling me what to do and I've done nothing wrong.
It's a court order that mandates.
Court order.
Yes.
Does
It
it
goes through the court.
does it override
How you
the
doing, sir?
Constitution?
Good, thanks.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Hoffman.
Hoffman?
Yep.
And your
Does
badge
it override the
number?
Constitution?
10131. Thank you, sir.
Elevated, then I'm not going to have this
Well,
conversation.
if you're giving me orders, then I'm going to be elevated. Yes, because you can't just tell me what to do. You guys work for us. All right?
Listen, we follow the rules here.
Well, I follow the law. Are you a rule enforcer or a law enforcer?
Both.
Well, enforce the law, okay? You're not supposed to.
Listen,
you can't force
I'm
any
not
rules
engaging
on.
this with you.
Well, you are. Obviously,
No,
you are.
no, I'm not.
Call your supervisor. Call your captain.
No.
You're not suited for the job.
No, I won't.
Call your supervisor. Yes, call your supervisor. I want your name and badge number, officer.
It's Sergeant Gamber, Amy Gamber.
Amy Gemmer.
Gamber.
You're in Auditing America. Share, like, and subscribe with nearly 100 million views. You guys are tyrants. You're violating our rights. It's going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed. Tyrant alert. You guys are tyrants. Sir, you don't have to answer any questions. You don't have to answer any questions,
So we're here in
sir.
Stanford, Florida, at the
Stand up for your
301
rights.
North Park Ave courthouse in Stanford, Florida, and we are trying to enter a publicly facilitated building.
These guys
However,
are
there are
tyrants.
COVID restrictions not allowing us to enter the building, which is unconstitutional because you still have the flu, you still have the common cold for hundreds of years, and none of this has ever happened.
Well,
So.
the Constitution is shut down in the United States in a publicly funded building. Like, since when do these guys
Hi,
think
Peanut.
they
Thank
run
you for
the
tuning
show?
in.
We funded this
Patty,
is our operation.
it could come off as rude possibly, but
A slap in the face.
it's not really rude, although it could seem like that. So I understand what you're saying.
Their nice
Thank you for commenting.
office and their nice police officer uniform, right? and then they just shit in our face.
Well, we can
right?
go back in.
Must be nice. Must be nice. Well, thank heaven for Auditing America with nearly 85 million combined views. We expose tyranny all over the country. You see? These people are going to be on the internet. They love being on the internet. We have a constitutional waiver area right here. No Fourth Amendment. No First Amendment.
Question.
Sure.
Are you guys here for a hearing or?
Well,
We're
we're
here.
here. We're here to do a public records request. We should have we should be able to walk in there freely without being harassed. Have you ever been to the New Hampshire State House? Live free or die. You don't get searched to go in the State House.
So,
First Amendment's fine.
so you're here for a public records
We
retrieval,
conduct
correct? Like
Public
you're trying to
records.
get it, okay. So, just trying to think through this logically, and I agree with you guys to some degree. Is it really, like picking your battles, do you need that? You're here because you need the information, so instead of like getting in trouble and causing all this type of
Well, we're doing a
conflict-
test.
Okay, but hold on, conflict, and then it's ultimately gonna waste our taxpayers' dollars, which is the money you're addressing. Why put up a fight, just do it and get your
We're trying
records?
to spot the bad apples. We're like the mystery shopper. We go around the entire country finding out if our government employees are courteous and professional. It's going to cost us even more money to have unprofessional people working in the long run in
And
a
we
building.
and
that
we
we
run into
find.
actually a lot of good individuals, but we've also run into a lot of bad ones as well. And so
But isn't, I mean, it's my understanding, and I'm pretty active in the community, that it's a Seminole County mandate as well.
Okay.
And so,
Does the Seminole County mandate?
are you from here?
Well, we're from the United States. We have the
No,
the
but do you live
Constitution.
in Florida, Seminole County?
I do. I live here in Florida. Yeah, I'm a Florida
Are
resident.
you a Seminole County
It
resident?
doesn't matter if I'm a Seminole County or not, because the Constitution says that we're free to do whatever we want in America. Since when the government can tell us, hey, go home, stay home, wear this and wear that.
Well, what about, have you given consideration to, there's a lot of people out here that are being affected by the coronavirus?
I
So while you're
understand.
standing up for your,
I
can I finish?
understand, but also Benjamin Franklin said that those that sacrifice their liberties for
Right.
security shall and deserve neither. I respect everyone that wants to wear a mask. I wear a mask myself all day long. If I'm going to a private establishment, if I'm going to conduct business at Walmart, if I'm going to go to the grocery store, if I'm going to go wherever, I don't have a problem wearing my mask because
So your
because I
problem's
want.
here because it's a public building that's
My
paid
problem
for by
is my
taxpayer dollars?
problem is when the government is telling us what to do when it should be the other way around. You know, we are the
it's like
bosses.
almost like walking in because
It's like walking into your house and having somebody tell you what to do in your house. This is our house.
yeah, you pay for this, so imagine exactly walking to your
So
house
that's
and
the
someone
that's
telling
the
you what to
treatment that you
do.
get as soon as you walk in. Step out. Mm-mm.
But where the
Because at the end of the day, they work for us, no matter what.
I agree,
You know.
but here's the things that need to be taken into consideration.
Absolutely.
Right, and you guys said you wear masks elsewhere.
I wear a mask all the
By fighting this battle, and you had mentioned we pay for this, we're gonna continue to pay for this once you guys elevate it, and that's our tax dollars being eaten up. And then the
So
human.
we should just.
Well, however, the thing is,
we
once
should
you
just
come
let
here,
them trample on our rights.
once
I
you,
don't think they're
You have to stand your ground, man.
they're not.
Are you an attorney?
They are not, no, they're not trampling on our rights. The way I look at it as a citizen is, I've lost 4 people due to COVID. And they're not trying to trample on our rights, they're trying to protect our community citizens. And you've got to respect that. If you're standing up for rights, you have to like people, you're
Well,
for the people.
I understand, and I'm so
you
sorry
can't
that happened to your family, but you know we have to know that you can't just impose your will in other people's. We have human rights. We have our constitutional rights.
The people that are
I respect
being
you. You have to
exposed-
respect me.
No, I hear you. What I'm saying, the people that are being exposed to this horrible violence, whether we believe, or violence, COVID, whether we believe it's a conspiracy or not, we do have statistics showing that people are getting affected by it. what you're doing is gonna continue to waste our taxpayers' dollars.
No, it's not. Our founding fathers will be proud of us.
I know, but they're dead. Let's talk about
No.
our community.
But we're alive, and we're here.
Yeah, but by you not being respectful of the rules.
If you're saying, oh, their
you're
founding
saying you don't
fathers are
care-
dead, then, you know, who cares about the people that died for COVID
talking
then?
about-
You know, they're dead too, right?
I'm talking about the simple principle of having respect for your community members.
I do.
And I get that. Well, if you do, just wear the freaking mask in there.
Well,
It's not a big
that's
deal.
Well,
the
right
thing.
now
Well,
it's wear the mask,
that's-
and then next it's gonna be
Yeah,
get
go
the
home- go home by
RFID
9
chip.
o'clock. Go
Now
home.
it's don't exit your house at 9 o'clock. Now
Well-
it's because you complied. It starts with stopping.
The government will never
Well,
forget the
can
way
I
that the
finish?
people
Can I
reacted
finish
to these
So,
orders.
I hear what you're saying, but it's like me being a human saying, you know, just a community citizen saying, this is gonna happen next and this is gonna happen. It hasn't happened yet, and you have the right, like when you vote, to vote in people that support your mindset. And my opinion is, you know, we're all human, love one another regardless of race, sex,
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
anything like that, culture, religion.
We're all about peace, okay?
Right, but you're not creating peace for one simple thing, and
I
there's
could
people
be
that aren't.
I could be saying F this, F that, because the First Amendment protects me, and I'm not. I'm going the extra mile, and I'm keeping it civil. But I can't just allow somebody to tell me what to do when I've done nothing wrong. This is the land of the free. Since when? Are we back in like Nazi Germany or something? No.
Almost.
No, if your mask works,
Soviet.
then you shouldn't worry about me. You know? Now we have to wear.
Well, if the 6 feet works, why wear a mask? And if the mask works, why 6 feet? And then on top of that, why are we getting another lockdown
And then
if the
how
first
long?
one
For
did
how
work
long
or
is
didn't
this
work?
going to continue?
When are we getting this other lockdown? This is news to me.
Aren't we already in a lockdown? Aren't things already closed down now?
Well, down here is not. It's not as. It's
Oh, it's not down
different in
here?
every state.
And,
Okay.
and-
It might-
and
maybe-
that's why I was asking if y'all are a Seminole County resident, because this may work in other, New York, for example. But in Seminole County, the only thing they ask for us to do is to wear a mask. They
Okay,
haven't
that you
closed
said the
things
key
down.
word. You said the key word.
What?
Ask.
Well,
It's only a
I'm sorry.
request.
I'm
It's
sorry.
only a request.
Let
You-
me,
no.
They're
They
forcing
only
you to put a
demand.
mask
They
on?
only
They-
demand.
It is a Seminole, I don't know the legal term of it.
No,
but
it's fine.
Because I'm not a lawyer, but it's a Seminole County, whatever, and you can look it up.
Yep.
That's
what
fine.
the
They
correct
can
term
make
is.
any law, ma'am. But they could put anything on a piece of paper. That doesn't mean it's right.
And they can
We have the
ask.
Constitution. We have the Constitution. None of all of these are unconstitutional orders. You can't just tell somebody what to wear.
They can suggest. They can say,
It's
hey,
so
can
simple.
you step
Yeah.
outside for me? And if you go, hey, yeah, I'll step outside. Now you're complying with that. So now it's okay. But if they say, hey, can you mind stepping outside? No, I'm okay. Thank you. They shouldn't get upset
And
and
you know
say,
what?
get outside now.
This is not our first
get
rodeo,
outside
man.
now.
We go on like I said, we go around the entire country
I know,
with
but-
our back looking like an idiot with my backwards hat, trying to see their first reaction. We're trying to see the very first reaction. You have to be courteous and professional. These people, you can't just go, step out. What's the proper way to speak to somebody? Sir, how are you today? I'm so sorry, sir. We're gonna have to ask you to step out the building because that's the proper way.
And they work for the
You
public,
don't-
they
you
have to be
don't
kind
just
and
get
courteous.
you don't just get to speak however you want to the citizens. Only if you're a government employee, right? That's the only job that you can talk to people however you want.
Well, no,
I
it's
feel like,
go ahead.
thank you. I feel like there's a lot that I could possibly agree with you about, but I don't know you well enough, you know? And I appreciate the freaking passion, because there's so many things that I'm passionate about, but you also have to take it at like each level. And right now, right in Seminole County, we are experiencing extremely high numbers of COVID going on. And the way that I look at it is, you know, I have a compromised immune system. So I'm very careful on what I expose myself to.
Absolutely.
And I have 2 children with special needs that have compromised immune systems. So while there is a huge freaking problem, and there's things I want to change the world on.
Yeah.
You know, like right today I was in there for something and I'm like, this is so not fair. It goes against rights. However, dialing it down to here in Seminole County, they've done this to protect the citizens like me, like my children. And if you guys continue to do your thing, but understand that as a human, you don't want to put people in harm. And right now, we are in a volatile state. And
They're
that's
gonna-
as simple as it is. And I know there's other
You don't think
areas of
that
the country.
you don't. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you don't think that if we, it's our well, actually the Constitution says that it's our duty as American citizens to overthrow any tyrannical government. We have to keep an eye on these people. Okay, the police investigate
Yeah,
themselves.
but you're like taking it to the extreme.
Because you know what? We have a lot of police shootings. We have a lot of people getting killed by the police. Did you know over 1,000 people per year get murdered by the cops?
Let me talk to that.
What
'Cause
about those
I agree.
statistics?
I agree to those statistics. Okay, I have adopted 2 black children, and they question me about what's gone on with the guy the knee on the I don't even.
Oh, George Floyd. Yeah.
George Floyd,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
My kids with special needs are autistic. So the whole thing with law enforcement, I worry all the time, and that's why I invest so much with them as to you need to be able to communicate, present yourself in the community a certain way.
Absolutely.
Because you may become one of those targets, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree to that? Can we agree that there may be shitty teachers at a school, private or
Of
whatever,
course, yeah.
but the majority is good? The majority of the teachers are there because they want to be teachers, right? They want to help kids grow. It's their passion. They don't get paid crap. So when it comes to law enforcement, and you look at whatever the number is around the country, it doesn't mean that they are all bad, right? So this is what I've had to educate.
It doesn't. But
Can I finish?
Sure.
Because you interrupt kind
Sure,
of a
sure,
lot,
go
and I
ahead.
give you the
Sure.
opportunity to say your
Sure,
piece.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm just asking so I
No,
can get
go
to the
ahead. I'm
point.
sorry.
So my job as a white woman who's never been black to raise my children is that you're going to run into these law enforcement agents that have whatever their background is to have prejudices against you, correct? And although it's not fair and it breaks my heart that I have to teach them this, what I've taught them to is you run into one of these agents down, and my daughter's white, right? So say they're walking down the street to 7-Eleven, bad cop comes over, separates them, and starts harassing my son. My lesson to my child, or our children, is that your goal, no matter if it's right or wrong, is to de-escalate the situation, because I want you coming out there alive. And here's the thing, they're all not like that. All law enforcement is not like that. I know law enforcement that have every colored child that they've adopted, okay? So obviously they're not prejudiced.
Yeah.
But I like I said, I love your passion, but here, Seminole County, being just a human being respectful of what's going on and people like my children and my son, like I get what you're arguing, but I feel like you really need to see the other side, because there's a lot of us at risk. And so instead of creating this drama here, you know, with law enforcement, and maybe they didn't handle it the right way. I don't know.
You know why it's our passion? You know why I'm so passionate about what I do?
Why is that?
Because you as a normal person, you don't go out doing the type of work that we do. We can say that we're the experts at this. We go out every single day looking for courteous and professional government employees. And 80% of the time, we get a negative response, and we're always courteous and professional. So imagine how we feel. 80% of the time. I've opened Auditing America 2 years ago.
What's the name of the company?
Auditing America.
Okay. And where are you based out of?
Here.
Okay. Here
Oh,
as in where?
Orlando.
Oh, Orlando. Orange County.
Yeah, Orange County, Osceola County. We go around the entire country looking to see if they're courteous and professional, and most of them are not. So, you know, it's like it's frustrating
Absolutely.
to see a lot of people like you, like yourself, you know, we have a lot of people that support the law enforcement. I support the police. I support good cops. But we're trying to find out where the
Where the bad apples
So
are.
bad
the
cops.
goal is you're doing this to create a study that you'll eventually publish, right?
Yes.
Well, one of the reasons.
Yes.
Okay.
We're we're trying to see if they're respectful or not, and if they are not, thousands are gonna see it.
But
Hopefully their boss
your
comes.
organization is bringing light to the fact of what's going on,
It-
correct?
the organization brings light to what you can, how to peacefully exercise your constitutional rights in America.
Correct.
That's what it brings light to. And basically, when you conduct these, when you try to, stick up for yourself or exercise your freedoms,
Right.
you run into these cops who are policy enforcers. And what that means is, the sergeant said, "This is how it goes. This is how it is." That's not how it goes in America, actually.
This is not our first
No, and I'm not
courthouse. You know,
questioning
we go to
that.
courthouse all over, so we already know that it's a request. It doesn't
Right.
matter if it's Seminole County or Ciala County said this. No, it doesn't matter.
It could be in Wisconsin.
We're free. We're all free here.
And I get it, and I respect.
It's just a request.
your
They just don't push.
passion,
They just don't push
But
that
here's
it's a
the
request.
thing. Eventually, you're going to want to document it, bring it to somebody at a higher levels, somebody that can make the change, correct?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
That's the
And
goal. We're all
if-
trying to pinch in to make a change.
when you, whether it's bullshit or not, but the way things work is when you want to make change, you have to deal with it in a professional manner. So coming here, you can just say, they say no, they won't let us in. You can, talk to somebody like me, just happen to sitting here and say, yeah, they wouldn't let you in, and then document it. So that way, when you get to that level, you can present your information of how you handled yourself, the statistics you have, and, is that my
Yeah, but
paper?
most of
No.
the time when we stand our ground, they do the walk of shame. And they end up going like, oh, well, this citizen knew his rights. I tried to.
For example?
You know what I'm saying? We don't always walk away.
Yeah.
We own these people because most of the time they are disrespectful to us. So that's what we're trying to let the world know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
really
you go.
quick.
We're the experts at this.
Really,
Like I
really
said.
quickly, we actually changed policy at many police departments in Rhode Island that were unconstitutional.
That's right.
And
Not just Rhode Island.
if we weren't here on the ground doing what we do now, those policies and
Wouldn't have changed.
wouldn't have
Correct.
changed, and it would have gotten worse. It would have gotten more tyrannical over the years.
What I'm saying is, I'm all about making change.
Absolutely.
I'm very active.
You're
in the-
super cordial and respectful.
I'm
So
super active in the foster care system. I advocate for kids because it used to be that children in the foster system could not get driver's license. That's a violation of rights.
What do you think about the unconstitutionality of DCF or DCYF? They take people's children away without going to a jury trial. They just go
in Rhode Island, it's really bad.
So, I can't speak to Rhode Island, but I can speak to Florida.
Mhm.
And the children that I adopted in Rhode Island, but here in Florida, in Seminole County is what I'm going to speak to. It's not, they don't go in and just take the children away. So for example, real true life story, my children were taken away. It took 11 incidents for them to be taken away. Incidents like dad ran over mom, pulled a knife on her.
Okay.
Incidents like child protective investigators is something that we have here in Seminole County, and it's because of our sheriff, and they have a system in place to where a call is made to the 800 number, the abuse hotline, which is confidential. They review it, and then they send law enforcement out, or child protective investigator out within 24 hours, and they make an assessment. They did that with my kids. They showed up at the mom's place. She had no food in the house. The prior interventions that she was given, like a clothing allowance for the children, a bed for them to sleep in, was the thing was full. The pack and play, 'cause they were little, was full of crap. Okay, they didn't take the children. Another call came in, and this call was for the child was found, a 2-year-old was found in the apartment complex, which was not in a good part of town, and wandering, asking for food. They did not take the child away. And I won't go through all 11
Yeah.
offenses.
But
After the 11th offense, which I cannot remember what it was, which was the straw that broke the camel's back,
Yeah.
at that point, they offered to put the kids in care of a family member. Okay? And then they background check the family member because sometimes they don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
So my goal at that point, and I'm going to get to the whole point of passion, and this is why I respect your passion, but they, the family member didn't check out because she got called. So I took care of the first kid because they were split up in foster homes because we don't have enough. So I took care of the first kid, 12 weeks old, and it was told to me, we just need you to keep him for 3 weeks until we move him with his grandma. And then grandma didn't check out, right? So and then they went through, the parents were given a case plan to follow based on all the allegations. And dad did some other crap, and so he's in prison for 32 years.
Wow.
Mom had mental health issues and wasn't able to take care of the children. So during this whole process, because we had court for 3 years, and at any point they can be given back based on the judge, during the 3 years, I mentored her, the kid's mother. She needed a job. So I made her a care basket with hygiene stuff because she was, living on the streets. And I encouraged her, and I said, hey, I know you come from a different lifestyle than I do, and you're looking at a white woman, middle income. And so she ended up signing over her rights because of that relationship of 2 to 3 years. She trusted me and loved her kid enough. So as far as like the child welfare system goes here, like the whole point is the whole goal is reunification.
Yeah.
Okay? So with that being shared, and it's based on my business experience, I today had a court hearing fired up, because my children are at risk because of what my husband has done, and I won't get into the details about that.
Yeah, no.
And the judge awarded something prior, because our courts are behind, awarded something prior to having the hearings on A, B, C, and D, which would affect what she put in today as her ruling.
Yeah.
Which actually, it wasn't horrible, but I completely disagree with it because you're making decisions without the full picture, without full evidence. So I love that you guys are doing this, and I can't say enough how much I respect your passion.
It's all
But
about the First Amendment.
there's a way to do it, and there's a way to do it without being confrontational, and there's a way, so when you finally get your opportunity, your
Thing is,
platform.
they're the ones being confrontational. We're in peace. We
Right,
just want to come in.
but you want the respect when you've got your facts, which it sounds like you're getting your facts, and you want people to follow you and join your team to fight for this, right? You don't want to show yourself. There's no point in being confrontational. You report the facts, you keep the emotion out of it, and that's how you win and get, and then go to the lawmakers and show them this video, because they're not going to know you. They have zero relationship with you, and they're going to judge you on this video, and that's not what you want. You want them to make the change.
You're right. And something to.
And thank you for listening, me out.
Absolutely,
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely.
No, we always hear. Look, my channel, so is his channel. We the most important thing that we focus on is on the First Amendment. We love to listen to people, to hear what you have to say, whether we agree with you or not.
Can we pause just for 30 seconds? Because I'm working on my job that I just got after 8 months.
No,
And
no, no.
I have to send, I want to send in the attachment so it gets to my employer in time.
Yeah, no
Go
worries.
ahead, because I can probably multitask.
I would just say, like, you would want, like, your children, if they were to be pulled over by a tyrannical cop, and
Yes.
if this officer was to say your children knew this guy was disobeying command, this officer was obviously just going to lock your child up for any reason, you would say you would want your child to take out his cell phone and to document and to know his rights so he doesn't get illegally detained and arrested, correct? Thinking about it like this,
Yes,
your son gets pulled
well,
over.
here's the thing.
A tyrannical cop says, hey, you know, this, that, the other thing, I'm gonna have to take you in. And, you know, your son's like, hey, you know, I was going the speed limit, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Right.
And he's getting taken to jail, now he has a criminal record. That would be not cool, you know what I'm saying?
Correct. So here's my response to that.
Okay.
And I don't know what the law, what it is around the country. So I guess my thing is, before you go into these places, research the rules and by county, because it sounds like it's different elsewhere. But here in Seminole County, officers are required to have their cam on all the time. So by
What's your question, sir?
my black son putting his cell phone is not going to de-escalate the situation, and those are public record.
You are correct. Now, the only thing I would say to that is if you have a tyrannical cop or a tyrannical department who watch each other's backs, it's not going to matter by law if they have to have that camera on. They'll turn it off and they'll be able to figure out a way to not be able to show you that information because the camera was off. And so at the end of the day, if your son was recording, right, eventually that will surface because it's on his phone. And so really your son would be protecting himself no matter how angry those cops get. You know what I mean?
So to that point, because they can turn them off, right? Because didn't that happen with George Floyd or
It
something?
happens more than you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they can turn their cameras off, which is a very good point. So actually now you've given me something to think about with my son, is going back to that de-escalation, being respectful to the officer and just saying, I don't know if your camera's on or off, and I'm not trying to challenge you.
Yes.
But I do not feel safe at this time, so I'm going to turn my camera on for documentation purposes.
That is probably the most perfect way to ever say that. You hit the nail on the head. That was perfect. Yeah.
You know, and that way he's not being confrontational. He answers everything yes sir, no sir. You know, even if my son looked like the freaking.
Oh.
Even if my son looked like, presented himself like, I'm just going to use thug, right?
Okay.
You know, and so because everybody has a little bit prejudice of when they meet somebody, you know, it's just unfortunately how it is. But I guess the goal that I'm trying to say here is, I want you to be successful in your mission because you're passionate about it. But when you raise your voice at law enforcement, like I think it would have been enough if they said, or, you know, they said what they said, you had it on camera, right? It could have been like, listen, we're doing a research project around the country. I respect your rules, but I just want to show citizens, you know, what's going on, and you know, and then instead of, I mean, and it wasn't you, the aggressor, it was him.
I understand, and that's a really good point. However, the only thing with that is if you tell, imagine this, imagine going into, you know, Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, for example, you work there. If someone came up to you and said, hey, I'm a mystery shopper, I go all around and make sure everyone's doing their job correctly, you would probably start doing everything correctly, right? But if you don't know that's a mystery shopper, for example, we walk in and we don't tell them why we're here, then we get to see, oh, this is how they really treat the public. Well, because if I tell you a reason, now it's okay, but if I don't tell you a reason, it's not okay. At the end of the day, you work for us. If I haven't broken the law, I don't have to explain anything to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
But-
go ahead, sorry.
No, you were. Go ahead. You were. Go
But
ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but
I'm sorry. If you think of it, just stop me. But the world's already so fucked up as it is, right?
yeah.
And there's also a piece of balancing your passion with your self-care, which I know might be a little out there for men. But you want to get your point across. You want to be successful in your project. So at that point, when you had it on video camera, you know, and I didn't really hear you say a whole lot, but your gentleman was way too aggressive, and especially with law enforcement. And then it's going to cause issues. You might be risking being thrown in jail. All you want to do is prove that here are the statistics, here's where we visited, here's what happened, and then walk away. you know, or one of you then say, okay, I'm going to put my mask on because I need this records request. It's important to me, right? And then just go ahead and do what you need to do. And then the situation's de-escalated, but you've got the content you need to support your organization.
I
That's
see what
all.
you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
That's all. I'm not saying it's right what they're doing or it's wrong, but handling yourself in a certain manner, and I don't know you, you know, and I don't even judge you. There's just certain ways to handle things, and I think you would have been able to accomplish getting your records and B, the evidence you needed.
Yeah.
And just something to think about. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but
No.
just another perspective
Yeah,
because
absolutely. I love suggestions.
I've experienced a lot, and especially now going through a divorce and seeing my husband get away on the stand lying under oath
It's a real thing. Yeah.
makes my blood boil for this hearing that we had, right?
Yeah.
But I have to look at the big picture. And the big picture is ultimately I need to protect our children. So if I had caused a big stink in the courthouse, what's that going to do? Leave an impression with the judge, and then I'm not going to get any type of,
I understand that aspect. Yeah.
you know, what I need, which is the most important thing. Your most important thing is to prove this. My most important thing is to prove or to protect my children until my husband gets help for his needs.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. It's like, and who likes spending the day dealing with confrontation after confrontation after confrontation? All it does
Not
is
most
cause stress on you. Then you return, you know, you come out negative and you're angry all the time. And, you know, that's what I've taught myself about his continuous behavior. And
You bring it places with you.
yeah, and I bring it home to my children because I'm stressed out a little bit about it. I mean, not in a bad way.
Well, no, it happens. You know what I'm
But,
saying?
you know, and I don't know, and I don't really care what, you know, if you're dating somebody or if you are married, but it's just not a good way to live. And you want the respect when you get your data of who you share it with to believe in you and say, okay, I respect you, you did it right, and I'm going to help you because I believe in you. And that's it. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
I want you guys to be successful and, you know, and you can do it without putting additional strains on our community, which is, you know, our tax dollars and shit. Like, there's ways to do it. And the most important thing at the end of the day to get people to believe in you is to carry yourself in a professional manner, even if you want to spit in somebody's face, even if you want to knock the shit out of them, you know, whatever that anger is that's in you. I get it. But in order to be successful, it's not going to happen by the confrontation your buddy just did. You're not going to get the respect.
I see what you're saying.
You know,
yeah.
and maybe sit down and talk to him, maybe research some people that have done successful changes in laws that aren't fair and look at their tactics so you don't have to build build the wheel again, you know?
Yeah.
But like even in my case, and I don't want to, if this gets live, you know, then my husband will go after me for this.
Oh yeah, we're live on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for letting me know.
Sorry about that.
So no, it's fine. Even in my case, with what I'm dealing with, every time he does something which has been significant, hold on. I cry, and this isn't business related. When I go into my work, I work for a ton of global companies. I'm a freaking boss, and I'm not being arrogant or bragging. Like, I make shit happen. And when it comes across, when he does stuff that affects our children, I get extremely emotional.
Yeah.
Whether it's calling perfect example, calling law enforcement out last weekend because he made accusations that I left the kids at home alone and I was out doing drugs and all of this other crazy shit.
Yeah.
So here, Lake Mary, 3 police officers show up at my house. Either they were really bored or because of the numerous reports, they check out the house number. So the whole point is, it affects my children, or our children, emotionally and mentally, and especially since the fact they came from their DCF background, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it affects them. And my job is to protect them, and I have to stay strong. And the police officer said to me, they were very nice, they're like, you don't need to cry, you're not in trouble. And I said, I'm not crying because I think I'm in trouble. I'm crying because I love my children, our children, and my passion is to protect them. And it's not fair that I'm constantly having to expose them to this BS because somebody else is making these allegations against me that are completely false, and it's harassment to me. It's not fair. It damages our children, the neighborhood, nice middle-class neighborhood. We're in the front, so as people are pulling in, they see 3 police officers at my house. I'm a native here, 44 years in Seminole County.
Oh, wow.
I volunteer based off of what I learned going through my children's DCF case.
Yeah.
And my kids having special needs. I volunteer for the community to help get other children, when they are removed, the needs they need, their needs supported while they're in foster care. And I've won so far for the children 7 out of 7 cases. And when I say
Nice.
won, it's not necessarily get them adopted. It's reunification is always our goal.
It's a better place than where they were before, though.
Well, even if they're with a family member, it's still a better place.
It's still moving forward.
Yeah, and I did that without being confrontational towards the judges when I knew
Yeah.
parents were lying. And all I'm just saying is, and then I'll shut up,
You're good.
it's just that it really, for you to be taken seriously eventually,
Yes.
he's got to conduct himself differently. Even though I agree with the anger, I get it. But you have to leave your emotions out of it, even though it's passion, because when you leave your emotions out of it, that's when you get the change.
I 100% agree with you on that. You
Yeah.
have to be respectful and kind, peaceful, and know when to pick your battles. You know?
Yeah. And, that's just it. Like, you build your business plan if you want to accomplish this. Your strategies are traveling to this country, this state,
Eventually.
this state, under your target of who you're going to visit. Then your next strategy is collecting the data and avoiding the confrontation that doesn't really need to happen in order for you guys to do the research you want to do.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
then everybody's going.
Hey, well, I'm gonna catch up with him. It was really nice talking with you. You had a lot of great, knowledgeable information. And do you have a business? You want to shout yourself out or anyway?
No.
Okay.
I just started a job after
COVID?
Today's day 3. Yeah, I lost
Oh.
my job due to COVID.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And
Well,
I've never not worked in my entire life. So
It sounds like you're a part of the community, and the community knows you. You're pretty much an activist. At this point, I would recommend picking up a camera and
I don't have the
documenting.
time for this at this point. The divorce, the kids.
I feel
all
that. Yeah.
No, and I've thought about that in the future because it is my passion. But and I thank you for the suggestion because it's already been in my mind before. I have gone to Tallahassee during Children's Week and advocated with the Senate.
Okay.
And successfully made changes. And we also brought along the foster kids who have a lot of anger, and part of it, what we do is teach them how to dress so they're taken seriously. Even though I think it's ridiculous, we can be judged on how we're dressed.
I agree.
But the goal is to get the changes made for the people that need it.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. That's
Well,
it.
we pretty much agree with each other,
Can I
and
bum a cigarette after all this?
he's the nice guy. He'll do it.
Yeah, of course. Can you take some?
And you can, thank you. You can share our conversation, but,
Well, let me tell you something real quick. When
Yes.
this is public property.
Yeah.
So when you're in public, you have no expectation of privacy. Now, I'm gonna respect you 100%, but being in public, you would have, if you didn't want to be recorded or
I don't care.
or what
I don't
have
care.
you, just so you know in the future.
Dennis,
if you,
we
if,
get a lot of, you
if-
can't film
if you're in public property and public space and you get someone like that or yourself, the best thing to do is you have to create your own privacy in public.
Yeah, just walk away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why the government has a camera right there on the wall. But
Yeah.
most of the time when we walk into places, even them, they say, well, you don't have the right to film me.
But their cameras are all watching us.
I absolutely
I-
have the right.
I know you get it,
Free
but
press.
it's just, you know.
Yeah.
Free press.
But then it goes back to what we want to accomplish, big picture. Is that
The thing is, we have to
argument
deliver a message, and we have to deliver a message. Unfortunately, we would love to have the most peaceful conversation and sit down. We could sit down in a studio. You know, we have a nice studio to sit down and do all of this in a studio, bring people in and do our videos. Unfortunately, people love drama. We got millions of views. The reason is because they go crazy on video. We have to see how crazy. We want to see how crazy they're willing to go over us doing our rights. Because like that, we get them out of the office. We can't just let people sit there for 30 years, and take all our money when this person is really not a good person. You know, when you get hired for a job nowadays, they even check your Facebook.
As a
jobs.
police officer, in my opinion, you shouldn't be a police officer for a paycheck or a pension.
No.
You should be a police officer to help the public. And on top of that, if your superiors or supervisors are giving you unconstitutional orders, it's pretty much your duty to go against those orders.
I mean, how ridiculous is this? I don't like to sound rude, but the First Amendment protects me. Look at the guy they got right here. Look, this guy's not professionally dressed. Okay, he's wearing a lion mask, and he wants to, and he's asking they're forcing everyone to answer questions.
Technically,
what's
now-
our Fifth Amendment right? You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to talk. We have police officers in this building that tells you have to talk. You have to. It's not rocket science, bro. It doesn't take an attorney. It doesn't take
And it's funny
a
because
smart person to.
I wanna-
A fifth grader can understand this.
I want to point something out. The lion mask, that's a cloth mask, and that's actually by the CDC and the Public Department of Health. That's actually to work here. If he's working right there with the lion cloth mask on,
It's not
that's
even a
actually
proper mask.
it's not sanitary at all.
Well, and that's something else you need to document in your research, right?
Absolutely,
You
but
can get it.
sometimes it's sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's difficult when you go in there and when they give you directives to step out, when they tell you basically what to do in your own house. That's when it goes, because for example, if they didn't tell us what to do, if they did their job accordingly, we would have walked in, we'd have conducted our business, and we would have left, and we would have gathered everything we needed and left, and all peacefully.
Not only that, but we pay more taxes than all of these police officers right here. Okay, we make more money than any employee that works right here, bro. So they can't tell us what to do in this building.
Yeah,
They can tell us whatever they want. We don't have to comply. It's, you know what I'm saying? We nicely refuse. You know, we nicely refuse.
yeah.
Last thing, just, and you can talk to him or whoever else is in your organization, but if you really want a change, revisit your strategies, focusing on your goal and how to get the documentation. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but
But just don't continue. Don't whenever I
I think
understand what
she-
you're saying. You want
she-
it the most peaceful way. Just,
she-
okay,
yeah,
they say
she-
no. Just go back, talk about it,
She-
inform the people still, but just don't argue with them.
She's saying pick your battles.
That's the thing. If we were to pick our battles, we wouldn't even have a channel.
Well, I agree.
You would have gotten the documentation you needed to support what your ultimate goal is without being so aggressive. And
What's aggressive? Because I consider aggressive
raising
when
your
somebody.
voice
Yeah, but
to him.
so it's not
That's
aggressive
actually
for
disorderly
somebody.
conduct.
It's not aggressive for me to come and tell you, move over there now. That's aggressive, isn't it? They're the ones at work, man. They have no choice. It's their policy. They want to follow policy.
And they
the
have to
first
follow
thing
law.
they want to follow the policies from the orders from Seminole County. They need to follow the Seminole County handbook for police officers.
Which is
The
to be
policies,
respectful and
which is
courteous
the first thing
at all times.
You have to be nice.
So I didn't
the first
see.
thing.
I didn't see their reaction.
But it's
so
not nice to tell us to leave.
Maybe review your tape later
Yeah.
and see being honest with yourself and say, okay, how can I change this next time to, because as an outsider didn't see anything, all I thought was raising of the voices. Again, I didn't hear them, but I'm like,
She said you're disturbing the peace. You know what that means? That's actually, I was just in there. I wasn't disturbing the peace at all. You know what disturbing the peace is, right?
It's one of the easiest things.
It's
to
the
get locked
easiest
up
thing for a police officer to get you for once they're mad. It's the annoyed officer charge.
Like you said, of raising your voice, that's disorderly conduct. If
To
your
that.
voice is louder than the police
loud,
officer,
unreasonable. Okay, they say loud, unreasonable noises. It's disorderly conduct, punishable by up to a year in jail in Florida.
And that's the most-
Now, when you go to a protest, right? What's in a protest? What's up, bro? You have something to talk about?
I have nothing to talk
All right, because you were saying a lot of things in there, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up? No, you tell me. You're the one talking. What's up?
Talk all
All right. Yeah, talk all you want. Talk all you want. Yeah.
Don't follow me.
Yeah. Are you scared?
that laugh sounded like you were. Hey, put your mask back on. Put your mask back on. Hey, you're spreading COVID. Put your mask back on. Hey, put your mask back on. Hey, put your mask back
Come over
on.
here. No, come over here. You see? So what's up? What's up? What's up?
de-escalation, de-escalation.
No, we're just playing with these guys.
What's up? I'm playing with the wrong guy. You need to mind your own business. That's what you need to do.
You need to stop being a bitch.
No,
That's
who's the one walking away?
up.
Who's the one walking
What's
away?
up, right here?
You're the
Put the
bitch.
phone down. What's
You're
up?
the bitch.
Step.
You're the bitch.
You get stepped. What's up?
You're the bitch. What's up?
What's up?
Put the phone down.
Put the phone down.
Like you thought what? Where you going? Wait, like you thought what?
I'll handle both of you. 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 Pussy? Yeah. You're the one running away.
Hey, run away. We got business to handle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? I make more money than you, bitch. Look me up, motherfucker. Look me up.
All right, let's go back.
Yo.
Thank you for tuning into the Allen Report this evening. We are here at Stanford, Florida courthouse. Oh, they all came out.
Yeah. Look, they're gonna run away now.
Yeah.
I bet you. I know this so good. I know they're gonna leave. I know they're gonna leave. Watch.
They're gonna try and talk to her to get some information.
What's up, guys? Wanna talk?
They came out here because I have my paperwork I gotta pick up.
No, they came out here to be nosy.
That's your job.
Oh no, your job is to stand by and wait for somebody to call you to answer. Okay?
Where is it?
That's our job. Loser.
Thank you for tuning to the Allen Report this evening. I'm here with the lovely Auditing America. We are here in Stanford, Florida, at the courthouse, 301 North Park Ave, Stanford, Florida. A lot of craziness today, a little bit. It's right across from the town hall, city hall here as well. But we are going to, are we going across the street here? So we had, as you just saw, we had a couple of muscleheads, airheads walk by, thinking they had business to do. Maybe they did have business. Who knows? But usually people like that are bootlickers. I don't know if he was or not, but I mean, I personally don't care. But it was just kind of funny, you know. Let's see if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns. Hey Karen, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. You are one of my favorite fans. Thank you. Also, anyone who super chats via live videos will be shouted out the entire video, entire live stream. I just want to make that known. Let's see what else we got here. I was gonna cut the live feed and then do a separate live video for the city hall, but I'm just gonna remain live with you guys here. Hey, behind the scenes, Carolina, thank you, man. You stay safe as well out there. Landslide victory, I like that.
Auditing America. We're in Sanford, Florida. We're in City Hall.
Yeah,
Shout out
maybe
to
Trump did lose. Who knows? That's a good point. Let's see what else we got here. Beef with noodles. Yep, and don't put red pepper in your socks, and don't make sure you tie your shoelaces before you leave your house. And don't eat snow. Don't eat snow with your chicken. That's important.
Hey, Lauren, can you speak to the mayor?
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yep, you're good.
I'll have to go upstairs to the second floor of the city clerks.
Perfect.
No filming allowed as well.
There's no filming allowed?
Oh,
Why not?
wait, is this the city hall?
Can you please, if you'd like to go to the city clerk's office, it's on the second floor.
Oh, perfect.
Second
Thank you
floor.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Which way is it?
Out that door.
Thanks. What's going?
Second floor. Oh, they got the course in there. Is there an elevator? The guy was like, "You don't have a mask on." I was like, "Shut up, put your mask on." Let's see here. Hey, yeah, don't, don't make fun of Bucket. Everyone who does this, no matter how good they are or how bad they are, it's best not to make fun of them because they are sticking up for your rights, if you like it or not, so. We are currently in the elevator trying to go talk to the mayor of Stanford, Florida. Sanford, I'm sorry, Sanford. Okay, Matthew. Yeah, I just wanted to make that known. 1600, I'm trying to read you. Hell yeah, man. Code enforcement. Yeah. Planning department. I think the mayor's down here. They got their Christmas decorations up. Hey, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I would like to set up a schedule to talk with the mayor.
All right. His secretary has just stepped out. Can I get some information from you and have her call you since she will have his calendar?
Sure. Do you think that'd be today or?
Yes, it should be. Like I said, she just had to step out and go pick up some items, so I just want to
Okay,
make sure
yeah.
I get her over that information for you.
Absolutely. You said email or number?
You can give both, that'll be fine,
Okay.
if you'll leave me that information, and as soon as she steps back into the office, I'll make sure she receives that. Bear with me
Perfect.
just 1 second,
Yeah, no
please.
worries. Give me a second as well.
Community Development, Teresa speaking. Well, she had to step out and go pick up some items real quick, but she should be back shortly. You want me to have her call you? Okay, all right, fantastic, thank you, bye-bye.
Do you guys have like a mayor or is it like
The
it's a mayor, right?
mayor.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave my email for right now.
Okay, that'll be great, and like I said, I'll make sure she gets it just as soon as she comes back.
It's theallenreport at theallenreport.com.
Okay, I got that, fantastic, like I said, she just stepped out to one of our other buildings, so she
Thank
should be
you.
back shortly. All
Yeah.
right, I appreciate you.
All right. How much is shortly? Because we might just wait around here.
Honestly, I'm not sure, like I said, she went to another building
Okay.
for our offices.
Like next door.
It's a little ways from here. Hi, Mr. Bonaparte.
Okay, cool.
This is the
Hey.
gentleman from the Allen
Oh,
report.
how you doing, boss man?
Okay, how are you?
Good, man. You're
He's
the
the city manager.
city manager. Oh, perfect, man. How are you today?
Good, except you don't have a mask on.
Oh,
Is that like a law?
I thought it was a
It's
former.
requirement.
Oh, it's a
You see it
requirement.
on the door.
No, I didn't see a sign.
Well, is it like a law?
No, it's not a law.
Oh, so it's a formal request.
So it's just a request.
It's a request.
Oh, well,
okay, so
I politely and respectfully,
And we'd be glad to give you
Refuse.
one.
if you have one, I'll take one. So how do you like working here, bud?
Learn a lot.
Gonna complain to the city manager about the police over there.
Okay, yeah. Do your thing. I appreciate you, man.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
We didn't ask.
Oh, well, we bought it, right? We bought it.
So how can I help you?
Oh, well, he might have a different question.
No,
but
you can
me,
go ahead.
Personally, I just want to let you know that we go around the entire nation, documenting videos about our public employees.
Mhm.
We want to see if they're courteous and professional. We want to see their first reaction to us, okay? We came to the city of Sanford. We were right across the street in the police, in the court building. The police officers, they're trying to enforce this just like yourself, but instead, the way that you did it, in a cordial, nice way, police officers were rude, okay? We have nearly 100 million combined views on the internet. Don't let the backwards hat fool you. We go around the entire nation looking to see if they're nice to the public or not. The Sanford police is not nice.
The Sanford police or the sheriff's deputies?
The sheriff, yeah, the sheriff, I
That's
apologize.
different than the Sanford
Yeah, I
police.
apologize. The sheriff's deputy from the courthouse, which I believe they're not even, arresting officers?
They're Seminole County Sheriff's officers.
They're police, they're sheriff's
Yes.
officers, okay. Sometimes the ones in the courthouse don't have power to arrest a citizen, they're just, detention officers. They just wear the same, they wear the same uniform. The difference is the badge, right? Am I correct?
You'd have to ask the sheriff's office, they're
Okay,
not under
well-
the city.
Okay, well, you're the city manager, so I'm sure I'm here to formally give you a complaint about the police, because the police investigates themselves. I don't trust an investigation through them, so I'm here to let you know. You gotta talk to the chief of the sheriff or whoever's in charge.
Seminole County Sheriff's Office is
Okay.
a separately elected office. It does not report to the city of Sanford.
Okay, so I guess I gotta talk to another cop about another cop's, inappropriate, ways, right?
Well, you certainly could talk to the sheriff.
Okay, or the mayor,
The
right?
sheriff is the elected official.
Okay, but the sheriff is just gonna back the thin blue line.
So they're just
Okay.
gonna wash each other's hands. So
If they don't, the police don't arrest each other, okay? They've already told us that on video. The police don't arrest each other, it's not their job, it's internal
I can only
affairs.
report about the Sanford Police Department,
Okay, well, we'll let you know how they did then.
okay?
Thank you,
Hey,
just
man.
letting you know.
Yeah.
This is gonna be on the internet, we have millions of views.
Hey, but
Did you have a question?
You know what, man? I can't remember off the top
Okay.
right now. totally got
You know where
discombobulated
our
with what he was
office
saying,
is. If you
but
wanna stop by, just let us know.
absolutely, man. And I appreciate you being really cordial and cool and respectful.
Okay.
And yeah, keep doing a good job, man. Thank you.
All right, you all have a good day.
Take care, buddy.
And that's the question I have them coordinating with and she's.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
And please email me.
Absolutely, I'll give it to her as soon as she gets back. So
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I can't complain to him for the sheriff.
You
Only
can't
for the
for
cops.
only for the regular, yeah, not the sheriff's department. Thank you for tuning into the Allen Report. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, 1600. That is my name. Soy man, thank you. You're absolutely right. 1600. Being respectful, manners definitely goes a long way. And it's a two-way street, too. You know what I'm saying? If they are being disrespectful, then, you know, it kind of gives you the right not to be respectful. However, I wouldn't recommend that route.
You see, the city manager agreed that it's only a request. That
Yeah.
mask.
And I told him I respectfully declined, but he still got me one. Well, I told him if he had one, I'd take one.
He agreed. I'm wearing it right now because I want to. You see, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
We wear this whenever we want.
All right, Matthew.
Solid waste. I wonder if they could remove the police.
Oh no, there's public works. I don't know if you'd be able to get a public request or something.
Where's the elevator?
This is the deputy city manager. The guy who's second. Alrighty guys, so I guess, are we on our way to jump? Are we on our way to the police department? Alright.
I don't know. Maybe you have some cops there watching your live stream. They'd love to know our location.
No, I doubt I have any cops watching mine.
I'm alright. We catching up. Stay here.
Okay.
Keisha. She's good.
That's right, that's the way out. Alright everyone, thank you for tuning to the Allen Report. Let's see if you got any questions here. Yeah, they probably do have someone watching. However, the Allen Report is good for everyone. Cops, Antifa, right-wing Trump supporters, you name it. Whoever you are, this channel's for you. Now, I don't know if Auditing America wants me to disclose the next location in Florida we're going to be going to, so I'm not going to disclose it, but I will say this. Thank you for all of you who are watching currently, and also, I'm going to end this live stream. You're the best. I'm going to go live shortly today again, and if I don't, I'll let you all know, but stay tuned for what's coming. We're in Florida auditing with Auditing America. But what? Stay tuned for what's next. We just went to the courthouse, the SEMINOLE courthouse in Stanford, Florida. So look us up on the map and see some of the areas that we possibly could be going to. Let's see here. alt-right supporters. Yeah, no matter who you are, left wing, no matter. You know what I'm saying? This, you can find information on here for everybody. Well, all right, guys, enough fun. I will talk to you all later. Be safe out there. Stock up on extra storable food and water. Smoke a joint for me. Your boy, The Allen Report, will be back on shortly. Stay tuned.